I just want you to know, if you're not working together, I'm out. I had a deal once that I'd put together with a consultant. And the consultant was paid a slice of the profits. He made the arrangement and he structured it. He was smart. He got a slice of the profits without any risk, without any liability, without any real obligation in the business, but he got a slice of the profits. Perfect. Worked out good for me. He actually brought me an investor at one time that invested a couple $100,000 into our deal, and it was a good relationship. Well, the time had come that the consulting agreement that I had with him was lapsing. And he came to me and he wanted to continue. I wanted to continue. And he put the squeeze to me. He said, hey, I'm not going to do this for just X amount of the profit anymore. I want XX amount of the profit. I'm like, oh, shoot, what are you talking about? So we had a discussion. I didn't want to play that game. What's up with this renegotiation stuff? He was doing very well under our agreement. So this was on a Friday. And over the weekend, the investor that was his connection, he had known him for years, called me up and said, hey, listen, I understand that there's a chance that you and so-and-so, the consultant, may not be working together. And I just want you to know, if you're not working together, I'm out. I'm like, oh, shoot, I know what happened. I know that the consultant called him up and said, listen, put the squeeze to Darren. We're having a little negotiation, and I want you to tell him you're out if I'm not in. Oh, so he's applying some leverage and some pressure to me. Okay, I get it. So kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. I'm like, oh, dang it, what do I do now? Well, it just so happened there was an older gentleman that lived on my block, actually a block away, and I knew him, and I was visiting with him that day. And he was in his upper 70s. And he asked, hey, how things going? I said, oh, well, this is what's happening right now. And he didn't like that. And he said, oh, that guy's putting the squeeze to you. I go, yeah, he is. He goes, I got you covered. I go, what do you mean you got me covered? He says, you go back on Monday and you tell him you have the money and you don't need his investors' money. I go, hey, that's like $300,000. He says, I know, I got you covered. I'm like, what? Okay, that sounds, are you sure? Yeah, I got you covered. He says, but you won't need my money. Now I'm really confused. I go, what do you mean? He says, you just go back and you tell him you got it covered, and I bet you won't need my investment. Like, okay, well, let's see what happens. So Monday morning, I went in standing a little bit taller than I was on Friday. And I said, hey, listen, it's been great working with you. I'd love to continue working with you. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I don't need the money. I got the money. What? Yep, I've got my own investor, and I've got it lined out. And so if Mr. So-and-so Moneybags investor isn't in, that's okay. I'm going to go another way. Well, hold on now. Let's talk this through. Let's not be irrational. Oh, so it shifted. We ended up working it out, back to the original deal, and it worked out just fine. I kind of forgave him for putting the squeeze to me. Maybe I shouldn't have. But it was a good relationship up until he was trying to squeeze me. It was a good relationship. I guess what I learned from that is with a little bit of confidence, my situation changed. When I had the confidence that I had this covered because of this older gentleman, I was able to stand a little taller. It was nice. I went back to the gentleman that was backing me up, that said he had the money for me, and I thanked him, and he just laughed. He thought that was funny. He was older and wiser. He had me by 40 some years, and he just thought it was hilarious. It worked out exactly like he said it would. That I would go in confidently, I would tell him, I don't need your money, and the consultant would cave. And that's exactly what happened. I had a good relationship with this guy. I was with him until he passed away. I was actually there when he passed away. He was a good man. So that's the story of today, is that a little bit of confidence, a little bit of a backing, and it changed the whole dynamics. And that's the story for today.